Hey guys, this is Rosa Kelly. Today I'm here to share with you a super quick and easy little flat folio tutorial. So let's take a look. So hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm here to share with you a quick and easy little project to create this flat folio. So I wanted to make these as an insert to my journal. You can use it to add to your mini albums as well, or just to simply have it as a standalone and make it as a beautiful display. So let's go ahead and take a look. So we open this up and we simply have an accordion fold and a lot of space for pictures. All you really need to make this little folio is going to be 3 sheets of the 12 by 12, so you can use any of your leftover pieces from your different collections. So I hope that you like how this turned out, and let's make it together. So to make this little folio, I'm going to be using about 3 sheets of 12 by 12 paper, preferably double-sided so we don't have to mat the other side. And then I'm just probably gonna be using one of the cut apart ephemera pieces to decorate the little folio. So I'm going to start with the first piece here. So I'm going to be cutting these. Let me put this here to the side. So I'm gonna be cutting these at 8 by 10, and I'm going to score. Got my score board here. So we're going to score along the 10-inch side at 2.5 and at 7.5. Okay, and then we're going to fold these two sides like that, and it's gonna be a flat little folio that you can also use as a card here as well. But now we're gonna be adding more elements to that. So I'm going to be cutting another piece here, and this one we're going to do also at 8, and this is going to be by 10.25, and we are going to score along the 10.25. I'm going to score at 4 3/4. I'm going to score at 9.5, and then we're going to fold along the score line. So I'm actually going to score this like that, and this one. Okay, so just like that, and then we are going to add this first piece right here on the left side. Okay, so we're gonna make sure it is center, but we're gonna glue it on the left side. Okay, so let's add the glue. Just gonna add my glue here, and this is gonna be super quick and easy. I'm just looking for a place where we can add a lot more pictures, and you can either put this in a pocket of your mini albums, or you can add it to one of your journal pages. And this is why I want to make it really flat so it can fit anywhere, and also it's just going to give you a lot more spaces to add pictures. And yesterday I went with my daughters to a pumpkin patch and we took tons of pictures, so I want to be able to keep all of those memories in just one place and then put it in my journal. Then I'm going to grab another piece here, and I'm going to cut this one at 8.25, and we're gonna do 2 pieces at 4.5. Okay, so 8.25 by 4.5, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch along the 8.25. Okay, so score and score, and then we're going to fold And we're going to bring our page, and we're gonna open these up, and I'm going to add one here. Okay, so let's add the glue, and we're just gonna place this one along the top here at the center. Okay, so right about here, and then press and down. It's a little hard to see because when we're working with pattern paper on pattern paper, it's hard to see where your score lines are. So make sure that you are not gluing over your bending lines. Okay, and then I'm going to add the other piece along the top on this other page here. So let's add the glue, and we're gonna place this piece right here on top. Okay, so press down, and now you have two fan flaps, super easy, just like that. And then these two other side pages, and then of course you can still open that up right there. And then I'm just going to use some of these little scrap pieces to add a pocket at the end. So I'm going to use the cute little pumpkin page here, and I'm going to cut these here at maybe about 4, and this is going to be 5 7/8. Okay, so just a little bit before the 6, and we are going to score at 1/2 inch on 3 sides. So 1/2 inch, then we're gonna do 1/2 inch here and 1/2 inch here, and so we are going to cut the corners just like that, and then we're going to fold and fold along the score lines here. And because I want this to be a pocket, I'm just going to do a half circle. Sometimes that looks cute when you add it onto your pockets. So we're gonna punch these, and we are going to go ahead and glue this piece right at the back of the whole little folio. And we're just going to add the glue on these 3 sections. Okay, so let me move that. Okay, and because this is foil paper, I do like to add extra glue. And then we're just gonna put that piece right here, and then press down, and press down right there. And then on this little pocket, we're going to add just a little photo area, like maybe I can use this one here. And I'm going to just cut this piece that I don't want. So I'm going to cut this probably at 4. And this is by 12. So I'm going to go ahead and score at 6 inches. Okay. And then we're going to make that into another little fold out piece like that. And there we go. And then so that is going to go inside your little pocket. Okay, so now we are going to put this aside. We are done with most of the cutting, and what I want to do is just simply round my corners. I feel like when you round your corners, it just takes your project to the next level and it makes it look more finished. So I'm just going to round and round some of these sharp edges here. So we're gonna do the same here and right there. Okay, and then on this little booklet, I'm also going to round the corner like that, just like that. And this will be a perfect place for a 4x6 picture, so you have 4 places for that, and that can go back on a little pocket. Then you can do 2 more here, 2 more, 3 actually, and then same thing over here. I am gonna be rounding these. Okay, and I'm not gonna round this edge here, or you could, but I think I have too much going on. And then you're gonna close and close here. Now I'm not gonna do a magnet here because again this is gonna be an insert for a pocket or for you to glue on your journal pages, but I do want to do a small closure. So I'm going to use one of these pieces here. So I like the one that says pumpkin patch, since I'm going to be putting my pumpkin patch pictures right here. So I'm just gonna take this out. Let me take, and I want to back this up on another color just to give it some definition. Maybe I'll make it a little bit smaller. Okay, so let's see, just something, I think that should be fine. And here like that. Okay, so just a small piece so I don't have so much of that white space, and then we can back this up on this right there. Place that. Okay, and then we can go ahead and cut this here again. Okay, so just give it that outline right there like that. Okay, and then we can glue this piece right at the center. Okay, so we are just going to add the glue and place this piece right there. Look how cute this little booklet looks. So then as a little closure, you can add a little piece of Velcro, or you can use some twine. So I'm gonna use the twine since I'm going for a more rusticy type of look. Here we go. We're just gonna go ahead and tie these, and I love how thin this jute twine is because it won't add a lot of bulk onto your journal or album. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and tie these. And this little project can also double as a card, so you can create the same and maybe add pictures to it and give it to your friends, especially if you went together somewhere, and then there'll be a nice little memory for them to keep as well. And so there you go. That is going to be this little flat folio tutorial, super easy and quick. I hope that you guys like how these turned out, and now let's see this little guy to work. We're gonna place it inside my journal here. This is where I'm documenting all of my fall related memories, and I'm just gonna pick a page here to maybe add that. I want to pick one of these pages that are gonna be so like a little more on the blank side to also dress it up. So that's a good place, or maybe here at the center. Yeah, maybe something like that. And then I can write about the pumpkin patch, and then all of the pictures will be in here. You can also have it as a little floating little folio, so you can just take it out and place it anywhere. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy in this tutorial. I hope that you give it a try, and I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.